and we'll be talking about the Battle of Juarez and the moves it created. We'll also talk about its importance to the Mexican Revolution and the outcome that it caused in the Mexican Revolution. The Mexican Revolution started as a rebellion by the people of Mexico against Porfirio Díaz's government in 1910. It was claimed by Francisco Madero that Porfirio Díaz violated the Mexican Constitution by governing Mexico for 34 years in a row.
Since the Battle of Juarez took place in Juarez, El Paso, a border city in Texas, was majorly involved in this conflict. More accurately, El Paso sided with the revolutionists, but they saw this battle mostly as entertainment. Moreover, people would pay for better spots to have a closer sight of the war. This foreign interest would later prove to be a distraction, since Porfirio Diaz and Francisco Madero would have to delay the fight to prevent American casualties.
As for the battle, the Madristas outnumbered the federal troops with a number of 2,500 men ready to capture Ciudad Juarez. However, considering the experience and the professional training the troops had also, the armory of weapons they had been supplied by the Mexico's military, the revolutionaries had a disadvantage. According to David Romo in his book Ringside to a Revolution, the number of rebels also decreased due to the delay of the attack, making the rebel army weaker than before.
Conservatism transformed the Mexican Revolution into a tedious novel of the time for those who were directly affected by the middle class's power. In the society of the spectacle, according to Debord, those in power want to make sure that those without it are as passive and zombified as possible. The continued repetition of social movements such as marches, protests, sit-ins, and race riots on TV and newspapers make people less interested in their socio-economic stability.
After the delay, the Battle of Juarez officially started on May 8, 1911, with the first attack being called by Pancho Villa without the consent of Francisco Madero. People from outside of Mexico were able to create a profit by selling postcards with photos of the revolution to the people of their countries. Since the photos were on high demand, people who couldn't watch the war unfold would pay a lot of money to photographers for photos that depicted the chaos that happened in Juarez.
El Pasoans took advantage of having the best view for the Battle of Juarez. Even kids converted this bloody event into a business. For instance, those kids sold sardines, pink salmon, and cookies for 10 cents. On the other hand, some places would charge people to have the best seats, to throw bananas, oranges, apples, coins, and soda pop bottles to any insurrectos to show their support. In the old El Paso Laundry building, there are still some bullet holes from the Battle of Juarez.
On May 25th of 1911, the Treaty of Juarez, a peace treaty, was signed in Ciudad Juarez, making the end of Porfirio Díaz's reign, and it was followed by his exile. While the Battle of Juarez was seen as a success by the Madristas and the revolutionaries, there were some war spectators who thought the uprising was not correct. For example, on May 31st of 1911, William H. Birch, at the dinner party dedicated to Francisco Madero, stated that there was a narrow line that divides treason from patriotism, and that Madero will earn the title of liberator if he was able to improve the country's education, economic, and transportation system.
On October of 1911, unhappy with Madero's government, General Francisco León de la Barra demanded a re-election. Although Madero won the re-election, former allies started to doubt him as a true leader for Mexico. On November of 1911, Emiliano Zapata rebelled against Madero's government, followed by another rebellion by Pascual Orozco on March of 1912. While the First Battle of Juarez was a very important event in Mexican history, it was just the beginning of the Mexican Revolution.